Hey guys, what's up? It's Bibzuda7 here again, and welcome to my Strange Rock Guide. This is going to be a guide on how to collect each of the strange rocks in the game. For those of you who don't know, strange rocks are used in a distraction and diversion known as Shattered Heart. And the point of the distraction and diversion is to collect 2 of each strange rock, which you can randomly get while doing certain skills, shown here. And once you have 2 of each, you go to the Varrock Museum and add them to a plinth in there. And once you build the entire thing, you get, I'll show you my bank right now, a replica statue piece. And each replica statue piece is part of a statue that you can put inside your house, and you need 30 pieces. So you have to collect 30 sets of strange rocks, and you can only make the statue once per week. So at a minimum, this is going to take you 30 weeks to complete, and it is a requirement for the Trimmed Completionist Cape. So a lot of people do want this, and I'm going to be going over the fastest and cheapest methods to get your rocks. If you aren't maxed out in all your skills, you might want to just train the skill that you need the rock in like the normal way you would train it to get experience, rather than these ways, because you still want to get the experience to get maxed. So just keep that in mind. But these are the fastest and cheapest methods for those people who are maxed and just want to get their rocks quickly without spending too much money. First things first, you want to get a statue collection bag, which I have here. To get that, just go to the Varrock Museum, talk to the guy behind the desk sitting near the plinth, and he will, you just need to ask him, like, you want something to keep your rocks in or something like that, and he will give you this. And this is very useful because you won't have to waste skilling supplies while you're getting your strange rocks, because you can just keep this in your inventory, and you'll always have that chance of getting the strange rock, and you'll automatically put it in the bag when you receive it. Also, I just quickly wanted to let you guys know that down in the description I will be posting a timestamp during the video for each of the strange rocks individually. So if you want to skip to one that you need help with specifically, you can go down there and look. But other than that, let's get to it. So we're going to start off with the top of the list, which is agility. Agility is the most straightforward rock because you can get it from doing pretty much any agility course. So I just recommend doing whatever course you use in order to train. Of course, I use the Barbarian Outpost Advanced course because I am 99 agility. But you can use the Gnome Advanced course or whatever course you really want to train, and you can get rocks from it. Only thing I do not recommend you do is the Brimhaven course, because that gives really, really, really slow rocks. So I highly recommend you just do a regular agility course like this one, and each obstacle gives you the chance to get a rock. And you will see in the chat, you find a strange rock and add it to your bag. So I'll be back once we have collected our 2 agility strange rocks. Alright, so we have acquired our 2 agility strange rocks, as you guys can see here. They automatically go into your bag. Here's the message you receive. You find a strange rock and add it to your bag. One thing I like to note, I got all my both my strange rocks on my last obstacle. I'm not sure if you can get it during the course, but it doesn't really matter. Just keep doing the course until you can receive your 2 strange rocks for agility. So next, we're going to head to the bank so we can move on to the second set of strange rocks, which I'm not really sure what it is. I'm going to look at my bag in a second. Hold on. It is, Herblore. Well, this is a really easy one. You can go to any bank, stand there, and if you're not 99 Herblore, I really recommend you make potions rather than just stand at a bank. But if you are 99, I'll show you what to do here in a second. Alright, so if you're 99 Herblore and you don't want to spend a lot of money getting your Herblore Strange Rock, all you can do really is go to the Grand Exchange and buy a bunch of Grimy Guams. And as you guys can see here in the price checker, a Grimy Guam is 583 coins, and a clean one is 488. So you lose about 100 coins per clean. There's probably cheaper herbs that you can use if you really search and do your research. Guams are like the lowest level herbs, so I just assumed they'd be the cheapest. I'll probably do some more research in the next time I do the rocks, or once I run out of Guams at least. But really, all you do, withdraw an inventory, click clean, clean all, and you'll clean them all. It goes pretty fast, and each time you clean one, you have the chance of getting a strange rock And if you have your bag in your inventory, it'll simply add it to the bag just like it did while you were doing agility. But yeah, only thing I can recommend for this is I would highly suggest that you check the prices of herbs, because this has the potential to make you money if you check the prices. I mean, maybe like Marintils or Harlanders or Terramins. Don't do any expensive herbs because those will almost never make you money. But cheap herbs could definitely help you out and making you money while you do this. Just make sure you check the prices and keep cleaning them until you receive your strange rocks. But yeah, I'll see you guys once we have collected the Herblore ones. Okay, so we have received our 2 Herblore strange rocks. They're really quick to get, these ones, because you can really do a lot of the guams or whatever herb you're using really fast. Although if you're not 99 Herblore, just make sure you definitely make potions and do stuff to get your level up quicker, because I would highly recommend that, as it'll just help you get closer and closer to that 99 stat. Next up, we're going to do Thieving, and in my opinion, this is one of the longest strange rocks to get. It takes a really long time. It's just like you don't seem to get them quickly. At least that's the way it is for me. Thieving and Construction are 2 of the slowest ones. But for Thieving, we're going to head over to Draenor Village, and we're just going to pickpocket the Master Farmer there. You can also do the one in Argenarg. Yep, that's what it's called. Ardy, that one. He's just north of the Lodestone, or like maybe he's right on the Lodestone, basically. But I prefer the Draenor Village one just because, I don't know, I just do. But yeah, that's basically all there is to it. I'd recommend this for pretty much all levels, even if you're not 99, because I don't really know any other quick ways to get the Thieving rocks. You can do Dwarf Traders if you want. I know a lot of people do that for 200 mil experience, and they can give you some strange rocks. It's just the fact that your strange rocks that you get are based on the number of attempts you do at a skill. So since I'm 99 Thieving, obviously pickpocketing this guy, I almost never get caught. Like, I get caught very rarely. So, well, as I say that, I mean, but whatever. I don't get caught that often. If you're really low level Thieving, you can go pickpocket someone else. You can do you can just do men in Lumbridge. But this guy's the best because you can left click him, so it's a lot faster to pickpocket him. And you just if you hit the guards, you can run to the bank and they'll get off you. But you don't really get any good seeds from him anymore. They're not really worth anything, so don't worry about that. And yeah, just pickpocket him until you get your 2 strange rocks. And this one's pretty easy, self-explanatory. You don't need to buy anything or anything like that. So yeah, I'll see you guys once we have picked up our Thieving rocks. Okay, so I just picked up my second Thieving strange rock. It was pretty quick compared to what I usually do for those, but yeah, I was happy with that. And it's just important that you guys check your bag every now and then while you're doing this, because your chat gets really spammed by the pickpocketing. So make sure you always check your chat to see if you got a strange rock or not. I mean, check your bag to check. Next, we're going to be doing crafting, and the without a doubt, unquestionable, most obvious way you should get your crafting strange rock is by spinning flax in Lumbridge. This makes you money. It's like well, we'll see when we get there, but it's like 50 for the flax, like 450 for the bowstring, and it gets you free strange rocks basically, and you make a little bit of money on the side. So just spin bowstrings in Lumbridge and you will get strange rocks pretty quickly. It's not that quick, but it's not as slow as Thieving in my opinion. Maybe that's just because it's more AFKable, but yeah, this is the best way to get these rocks. If you're not 99 crafting, you can do whatever crafting method you like to get your rocks. You can do green hide bodies to get them, or anything like that. But if you're looking to not spend any money on this crafting rock, because mostly every single crafting method besides like this one loses money, then you can just come here and spin some flax. You make about 320 GP per flax you spin, so it is really really good because you can get these rocks for free. But I will see you guys once I have received my crafting strange rocks. Alright, so once you have acquired your crafting strange rock, should be pretty quick doing the flax here, you can now move on to Runecrafting, which can either be really really fast or take a little bit longer than some of the other rocks, because there's 2 ways that you can do this. One way is the way that I use every time I do it, and that's with the Wicked Hood. And you can get this from some guy in Burthorpe. I think he's in like the northeastern area of Burthorpe. And you get basically just take out your Wicked Hood, teleport to whatever altar you want. I go to Nature because I'm pretty sure those are the most expensive runes at the current time. And then I just go in. And an important thing to know about this strange rock is it's based on the amount of essence you craft, not how many times you craft essence. So I know some people who used to fill up their whole inventory so they only took out one essence at a time, but that's just a waste of time because it doesn't matter how many times you craft it, it just matters how much essence you craft. So I take out my essence, craft at the altar, and hope I get my strange rock from these 100 essence. And if you don't get your 2 strange rocks from the 100 essence, you can simply wait an entire day and then get it from the next set of essence you get from your Wicked Hood, or you can do something else to get it, which is I got pretty unlucky there. I didn't even get a single strange rock from 100 essence. Usually you'll get at least one, but no luck for me. So if you want to just stop there and not do any more searching for the Runecrafting rock, you can just wait till the next day and do the Wicked Hood again. If you don't want to wait and you're trying to get your strange rocks done in one single day and you don't get them from there, you can go to the rune span, or you can continue crafting runes the regular way. Just get some essence and pouches and craft it like that. But who really does that anymore these days? Not many people, although nature runecrafting is a pretty good money-making method, and I feel like the where I click on the minimap is a little bit off to where I'm actually clicking, you know what I mean? But yeah, like I was saying, you can go to the rune span, which is just south of Draenor Village at the top of the Wizard's Tower, and you can siphon from nodes and S-hounds there, and any of the creatures there, and if you siphon from them, you have a chance of getting a Runecrafting rock. So these are the 2 best ways to get it, depending on how you want to spend your time. If you just want to try really quick to get it and do the first method, you can do that. But if you want to get it for sure in one day, then you can come to the rune span here and just do whatever you want. Do whatever, siphon from whatever you want in here to do that. You can go try and get the best experience from what you're siphoning from, but I'll just siphon from random things on the island. Just grab some essence and just start siphoning, and you will eventually pick up your Runecrafting rock. So I'll see you when I do. Alright, so once you've finally acquired your 2 strange rocks from the rune span, that took me forever. You can see all this stuff I have in my inventory from being here. But I don't know, I usually get them faster. I don't know what took me so long this time, but still. Just stick it out until you pick them up, and then we can move on to mining, which, without a doubt, the best place to get your mining strange rocks is in the living rock caverns if you have 77 or 80 mining. If you don't, if you're lower level than that, you can just go mine any ore you would like. Just do. I'd recommend iron because that gives you the most attempts per per amount of time you're there. It's that's probably the best method to do. Oh, I have a pickaxe in my tool belt, actually. But if you are 77 mining or 80 for coal and gold, respectively, then without a doubt, just come to the living rock caverns and mine the rocks there, and you will get your strange rocks very quickly. The mining is very fast to get, as far as I know, as long as you're doing the living rock caverns. Even if you're not 99 mining, this is the best place to train mining, so it is definitely worth it to come here. And you can just have gold or coal on your hotbar to drop it, or you can bank it if you'd like for a little bit of money. But either way, this is definitely the best place to get them. Just showing you the way there if you didn't already know, but I assume at this level of mining you will have known that. But I'm going to also show you a spot where you can go where the creatures cannot attack you, which is very useful to know about, even if you're not going for strange rocks. This is like where you should go to get 99 mining or fishing if you're doing rocktails. Looks like someone is on a slayer task here, killing the creatures for us. But you just run around this lake and come to the northwestern area of the cave, and once you get past this spot right here, the monsters will not be able to chase you. And there's a rocktail spot right here and a gold rock right here. So simply mine the gold rock, and if it collapses before you get your strange rock, see, look, boom, I already got one right there, like before I even had any gold ore. But if the rock collapses before you are done getting your strange rocks, simply log out and go into another world until you have another rock, and then continue mining until you get your 2 strange rocks. So I'll see you guys when we do. Okay, so it quite literally took me 7 gold ore to get this strange rocks. I got one like almost instantly as I stopped recording. So yeah, mining is a really fast one to get, and especially if you're in the living rock caverns. So that's what I would recommend doing for that one. Next up, we're going to get the smithing strange rock, and there's many ways to get this one, because smithing, no matter what you do, you're pretty much going to be losing money. But there's a few things you can do. You can either smith bronze arrow tips, bolts, or knives with bronze bars. That's the method I've been using, but I'm going to stop using it once I get my once I finish using my bronze bars that I currently have in the bank. And the method I'm going to switch to is the one that I would currently recommend at this point, and that would be to smelt iron ore with rings of forging. So buy some rings of forging, some iron ore off the Grand Exchange, and Edgeville furnace is probably the best to use. Just use that furnace, and you can smith iron ore, and it's pretty quick to get the strange rocks, I think, through smelting. It's, I don't know, it kind of varies, but if you're doing smithing, it's pretty slow to get the strange rocks as far as I'm concerned, like if you're smithing with bars. So I would highly recommend you either smelt gold ore or you smelt iron ore, depending. Like if you're not 99 smithing, I would recommend smelting gold ore just because it's pretty decent experience, and I mean, you'll lose money, but you'll still get some good experience. But if you are 99 smithing, you can smith some bronze items, or you can smelt iron ore with rings of forging. So it's up to you which method you want to choose, really. I'm not sure how much money iron ore will lose you. It might make you money even, but it's always up to you guys to make sure the prices are in line to make money or lose money, because prices always do change. But yeah, I am going to smith as much bronze as I can. Also, I hate the new smithing animation. It looks really stupid. Until I get my strange rocks, though, and I will be back when I do. So yeah, see you guys then. Alright, so after you have acquired your 2 smithing strange rocks, next up is fishing at the bottom of the first row. And fishing can be done in a number of ways. You can pretty much get your fishing rock from fishing any real fish that you would like. So it's up to you what you would want to do. You can do rock tails if you want to, if you're like a high fishing level and just want to get some money along the side. I personally hand fish sharks because it's still a little bit of money, and you can also get get to the spot a lot easier, since it is right here in Catherby. Big net fishing has been known to yield quick rocks if you want to do that, although you'll get a bunch of useless junk that you don't really want. But you can do that here as well at the net spot where you normally fish sharks. If you net that spot, then you can do big net fishing. So if you want to do that, you can do that to get a little bit faster rocks. But no matter which way you do it, fishing is pretty slow for rocks. So do whatever way you would like, and just keep at it until you get your rocks. You can cage fish lobsters, anything you want really, as long as you are fishing up some raw fish. But yeah, I will see you guys once we've acquired our fishing rocks. Okay, so we've now received our 2 fishing strange rocks. They are kind of slow. I mean, took me around 100 sharks, I think, to receive them, so it's not too bad if you're 99 fishing, but it really depends on what you do. I think big net fishing is definitely faster, but it's up to you if you want to make money or not. Next up, we're going to move on to cooking, which is a fairly straightforward strange rock. And if you're going for 99 cooking, you should probably do sharks, rocktails, or monkfish, depending on your level, or even lobsters if you're lower than the required level to cook the other fish. But if you are 99 cooking, you can just cook shrimp if you really want to. Like if you want to just spend the least amount of money, just buy a bunch of shrimps off the Grand Exchange, and you can just cook those. It's really cheap and easy, and you really will spend like almost nothing. They're like below 10 GP, I believe. Although I'm just guessing, I'm not really 100% sure on that. But I cook at the Cooking Guild. If you've done the Varrock task set, I think up to hard, maybe you can come into this room and cook with the bank right there, or you can cook at the GE with a fire, or you can cook at the Rogue's Den in Burthorpe. Really up to you, but I cook here, and I cook tunas because tunas are still really cheap, as you guys can see here. A raw tuna is 60 GP, and a cooked tuna, if I cook one, is 37. So you still lose a little bit of money, but these give 50 XP each. Oh, no, they give 100. I thought I had bonus XP. But these give 100 XP each, so it's still like a decent tiny bit of XP. Like, I don't really want to cook shrimps because their XP is absolutely, like, non-existent. And if I cook tunas, I still get, you know, a small tiny bit of XP while still getting, you know, like, while still not losing all that much while cooking them. So, yeah, just cook as many fish as you can until you get your strange rock and, well, your 2 strange rocks, and that's pretty much it. Just pick whatever fish you want. If you want to go cheap, use shrimps. If you want to go really fast experience, you can go with rocktails, or in between, you know, tunas, lobsters, swordfish, whatever you really like. Just make sure you're wearing cooking gauntlets if you're cooking higher levels of fish so you don't burn any. But yeah, I will see you guys for the next one after we get our cooking rocks. Alright, so it shouldn't take you too long to get these, but once you have your 2 cooking strange rocks, next up is firemaking. So we're going to head off to the GE to do that. That's where pretty much everyone fire makes these days because you can just do the bonfires. And this one's pretty basic. I mean, any log you would like to burn, you can burn it for your firemaking rocks. You can use yew logs or maple logs if you're trying to get 99 firemaking off of those. If you already have 99, I'd recommend yew logs because, I mean not yew logs, willow logs, because if you look in GE here at logs, and go down to willow logs are only 19 GP each, which is I'm pretty sure the cheapest log on the market currently. Let's just take a look at oak, make sure. Yeah, oak logs are almost 200 each, and regular logs themselves are 354, even more than oak somehow. But yeah, willow logs are the cheapest logs, and they give more experience than the previous 2 that I just mentioned, so they should be burned if you're 99 firemaking, or even if you're not 99. I mean, willow logs still give decent experience on your bonfire at, you know, I think that's 105 each without bonus. So it's still pretty good experience for firemaking, even if you aren't 99. But if you want to burn higher leveled logs for more experience, go ahead and do that. But these rocks shouldn't take you too long. But I will see you back once we have received our firemaking strange rocks. Okay, so once you have acquired your firemaking strange rocks, which are very AFK and should be pretty easy for you to get, the next thing you're going to go for are the woodcutting ones. Now these are, you know, these can be gotten in a multitude of different ways. I'm going to pull out a dragon hatchet from my Slayer tab to use because I don't like it faster. I don't currently have one in my tool belt. And what I like to do is go cut willow logs at the Barbarian Outpost, because that also supplies me with willow logs for doing my firemaking as well. But you can cut any tree you really want to. I just don't recommend cutting normal logs, obviously, because the trees run out a lot faster than any other tree, really. So I'd recommend, you know, willow trees are good because they tend to have a decent amount of logs in them, and you get them really fast, so the chances of getting a strange rock are pretty high. But you can cut whatever you want. You can cut elder logs for really good money if you'd like to, or you can cut, you know, yews or magics for a little bit less money but a little bit faster, you know, logs itself. But I myself will do willows, just, you know, I prefer them for rocks. I seem to get them pretty quick from these. And yeah, but just don't cut regular trees because that'll be really slow because you have to click around a lot. Just cut, you know, whatever logs you really want. There's no real recommendation for this one. It's just this is a pretty weird, like, glitching into the tree. But yeah, up to you, whatever you want to cut. But I myself do willows at the Barbarian Outpost, and you can bank them at the bank deposit box right inside the outpost itself. And those will supply you with some extra logs next time you want to fire make or woodcut. And we actually already got our first strange rock right there. So once we get the other one, we will be back for the next set of rocks. So on only my second inventory here, we managed to pick up the second strange rock. However, I accidentally banked my my bag when I was banking my logs from the first inventory. So yeah, whoops. But either way, we got that one really fast. The woodcutting ones do seem to be pretty quick, especially if you go to willows. They are one of the better methods as far as I'm concerned. But we're going to put those away, put my dragon hatchet back, and put that in the bag. So next rock to get is Fletching, which we're going to be using willow logs for this again, as they are the cheapest logs. And one important thing to know about this rock is you must fletch bows, or you must fletch logs into something. You can't string bows for this. If you string bows, you will not receive strange rocks, so that's very important to know. But yeah, I highly recommend willow logs again, as they are the cheapest. If you want to use some other type of log because you want to get more experience, feel free. But if you're going for the cheapest method, willow logs are by far the best for this. And you simply go to any bank you want, click craft, knife, and you can make, shield bows, short bows, whatever you like. I just make the shield bows because they're a little bit more experienced. And you just cut the logs into bows until you get your fletching strange rocks. I find these ones to be kind of slow compared to other rocks, which is a little bit annoying because I've never really enjoyed fletching that much, just as a whole. So yeah, but that's basically it for this one. Cheapest is easily by far willow logs. So do those at any bank you like until you get your 2 strange rocks. So we finally have our fletching strange rocks. As I said, that one does take a long time. A lot of inventories of bows are going to be required for that. But yeah, we just got it. So next up is farming. And this is the one that a lot of you probably had trouble with. But the best way to get farming rocks is doing allotment patches, as well as herb patches if you like. But I just stick to allotments. I don't really bother with herbs. And you can farm whatever you really want in there. I do potatoes because you get the most yield from them. I used to do watermelons, as you can see, but I switched over to potatoes because you get a better yield, and it's much better to use them, and they're much cheaper as well. The seeds are very cheap as compared to watermelon seeds. Those are only 5 GP each, while watermelon seeds themselves are almost 3K. So you just do a basic allotment run. You go to the patch in Port Phasmates with the ectophile. You go to the patch in near Falador with your explorer's ring. You go to the patch near Ardy with either the Ardy home telly or an Ardy cloak, and the patch in Catherby with a home telly. And if you don't get your 2 strange rocks in your first farming run, which I usually don't tend to, it usually takes me 2 or 3 to get my strange rocks, to get both of them at least, then you just come back and do it again the next, in like, well, with potatoes, it's only, you can come back in like a half hour and do another run. But with anything else, if you're doing like watermelons or herbs or whatever, just come back in 2 or so hours and your stuff should be ready to harvest. If you have magic secateurs, make sure you wield them and simply harvest. Oh, they updated this animation recently. Interesting. But yeah, simply harvest and you'll have a chance of getting a strange rock each time you harvest an item from either of your plots. I might make a full herb run guide soon, so I'll link that if that ever does come out. But this is a pretty easy strange rock to get because you can just do a 10-minute run every 30 minutes of potatoes, and you have a really good chance of getting at least 1 rock on these runs. So I will see you once we either finish our run or get our 2 strange rocks. Okay, so with 134 potatoes on that run, and one of my potato plants died, and one of them only gave me 3 because that's where I stopped last time. We only picked up the 1 strange rock, so we're going to have to do another farming run later on in order to pick up the second one. But I'm not going to show that just because that'd be, kind of pointless. You guys get the idea. Just do farming runs to get strange rocks. Second to last one here, construction. One of the most annoying ones to get in my opinion, and one of the hardest as well, like takes the longest. What I make are limestone fireplaces in my house. So basically take a house teleport, limestone bricks. You can buy these off the Grand Exchange for 247 GP each. Not that much. You can get them cheaper in Keldagrim if you want to spend the time buying them and taking them to the bank. Pretty boring, but it is cheaper there, so if you want to, check it out. The guy is in the southwestern area of Keldagrim. I've bought from him before. It is a lot cheaper, but you can also use your butler for this if you want to spend the extra money. I don't waste my time. I just make the fireplaces, go to the G, come back, rinse and repeat. But yeah, go into, whoops, that was a misclick. You go into building mode into your house, and you need a bedroom. Well, actually, the fireplace hotspot is in a lot of rooms, actually, so I don't really know which other rooms it is. The room I'm building in, though, is a bedroom, so if you have a butler, you have to have a bedroom or 2, I think, even. So, yeah, here is the fireplace and you just make limestone or stone fireplaces. Remove them until you get your strange rocks. This takes a long time. These are really slow rocks to get. You might have to make upwards of 200 fireplaces to get your rocks for this one. So get ready for the grind, because you have to pay a lot of attention, do a lot of clicking, and it's really boring. If you're not 99 construction, do oak dungeon doors or oak larders, depending on your level, because those will actually give you really good experience. But if you're just going for strange rocks and you're already maxed, I don't recommend those, because it is a lot more expensive than doing something really cheap like this. So yeah, this is what I recommend for cheap methods. But if you're going for experience as well, oak dungeon doors and larders are a lot better, because they won't seem as boring and grindy, because you'll actually be getting experience along the way, as for here, where you get 40 XP per fireplace. But yeah, I'll see you guys once we have finally finished getting our 2 construction strange rocks. Okay, we finally got our construction rocks. This is like the worst part about strange rocks for me, is the construction. I hate it so much. It takes so long. But last we have Hunter, and Hunter is a bit of a different one, because there's different ways you should do it depending on your Hunter level. And the way you should do it, if you're a relatively low Hunter level, I'd probably say below 65 or 70, you're going to want to go to the falconry in in Piscatoris. If you go to the Eagle's Peak and run north and towards the east, you will get there, and you climb in by a falcon for 500 GP, and you hunt the kebbits there. And it is good to have a low Hunter level for this location, because the strange rocks you can receive there are only received when the falcon dives at a kebbit. So even if the falcon fails to catch the kebbit, you'll still have a chance at receiving the strange rock. And when you're 99 Hunter, your falcon will almost always catch the kebbit. Therefore, you'll have to run over to it, pick up the kebbit, and then send the falcon out again, which makes it a lot less quick as it would be if you were a lower Hunter level. If you're a high Hunter level like me, you're going to want to do box trapping mostly, I'd say, at either at the Jadinko location or at the new skill champas. I think would probably be good. I'm not 100% sure they give actual strange rocks. I'll have to look into that in 1 second, but I'm sure they'd be good, or regular chinchampas if you'd like. But yeah, I'd recommend box trapping if you're high leveled Hunter, or if you're lower leveled, I would recommend definitely doing falconry. You can still do falconry at high level Hunter. The strange rocks for Hunter are acquired pretty quickly at falconry, even at higher levels, as I have tried it. So it's up to you what you want to do. Just pick either one. I'm gonna go try out the new skill champas and see if they give strange rocks, but it's up to you whichever way you prefer to do your Hunter. Okay, so I don't really know what happened here, to be honest. I got my first strange rock after 11 skill champas, and it took me like 180 more to get my last one. That was really weird. So I'm not sure if these are good or not. I mean, my first one I got really quickly, but it took me forever to get my last one. But yeah, that is all the strange rocks in the game, you guys. And the best and fastest ways to get them. Hunter is really a toss in the air. You can do whatever you want. If you want some money, come do some skill champas or chin champas or whatever you'd like. If you want to try and get them a little quicker, I'd go with the falconry, because that seems to be quicker. I mean, it definitely is quicker than these things were for me this time. I mean, it definitely varies from week to week how quick the rocks actually are, to be honest. But either way, 193 of these. I'm not really sure how much they're worth currently, but I am going to check. I had to hop worlds a few times, so I need to enter my bank pin. Anyways, though, we are now going to finish the strange rock, Shattered Heart statue, rather. So, well, we're not going to finish it because A, I don't have my second farming rock, and B, I can't do it for another like 2 or 3 days or so, because like I said, you can only complete the statue once a week, 30 weeks to complete the entire statue and finish the D&D. So that is the way it works. But yeah, when you have all of your strange rocks, head over to the Varrock Museum. And you can empty your bag with right-click empty. It'll take out a bunch of the rocks. So walk on over here. Minimap's clicking is definitely off. But yeah, and then you simply click on the add to plinth, and it'll add all your strange rocks that you have in your inventory. And you'll gain a little bit of experience in each skill. It's around 10k at level 99. You'll gain experience in each skill as you add it, and the statue builds up in front of you, as you guys can see right here. And let's just put the hunter ones on as well. And there we go. That is everything except for the farming, which I can't put on yet, because even if I had both rocks, I think it's another 2 or 3 days before I can even recomplete the statue. But once you complete the statue, a little cutscene will play, and you'll be given a what looks like a strange rock. It's just a different color. And if it's your first week, you'll also be given a statue plinth in your inventory. With that, you can go to your house, and this is what the strange rocks look like. They're called replica statue pieces, and you'll get one for every week. And once you have 2, because you get 1 replica statue piece for 1 week, and then a second one for the second week, and they're both the same. And once you have a set of 2, you can take them to the study in your house. The room has to be the study, where you can put down your statue plinth in the corner. And each time you get a pair of rocks, you can add them to the plinth, and you'll start building your own statue in your house. So I currently have 8 pieces, 22 to go. I have one in my bank, so I'm on my 10th week. So I'm about a third of the way done with this. But once you have all 30 pieces, you'll have a full statue of Demrock in your house, and you'll be done with the distraction and diversion and have the requirement for the trimmed completion escape. That is going to be it for this guide to Strange Rocks. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you'd like to leave your own methods in the comments below, if they're working for you, then I'd love to hear them. I'd love to share any methods you guys have within yourselves. Let me know what you thought of the methods in this video. And good luck getting all your Strange Rocks to get the trimmed completion escape. It's only once a week. It's not really that bad to collect them all. Just the construction ones are pretty bad in my opinion. But yeah. That is going to be the end of this video. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Like and favorite did, subscribe for future videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Which whatever guides you would like to see, leave them in the comments. And yeah, other than that, see you guys next time. Peace out.